I just dated older people.
She dated 30-year-olds when
Way
she was in
older.
high school.
Yeah. Hi, good morning.
Morning. We're discussing music theory.
We are. Yes. We were having a lot of fun this morning on Friday morning, our 5th episode of
Go Time.
Go Time.
Welcome to
Yes.
all of you who are watching online. We also have a live studio audience. Good to have you here making us nervous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we have a great show today. We're going to talk about follow-up.
Yes. We have all the things. And yeah, if you just sighed like that, this is probably the show for you to make you not sigh when we are doing follow-up.
That's right. So let's talk about all the different ways we can follow up, and that will help us to be better at what we do.
And that's what we're here to do, is to help people be better.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's some things, and if you have any ideas, please share them in the comments also.
Absolutely.
But what are some ways that we can do follow-up? What are your suggestions?
Well, you know, when my brain gets confused when I think about, because we're talking about different things. Following up with who? Following up with spheres, following up with past clients, following up with current leads, new leads, buyers, sellers. There's all different ways, right? So let's break it down. What's a good way?
Break it down.
Yeah, break it down. Let's break it down into, let's talk about people we've already sold houses to.
Okay. Yes. So people that you have already sold houses to are definitely need to be in your follow-up plan. Absolutely. For sure. Whether it be 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, because they are going to be selling soon.
Or they know somebody, right?
Or they know somebody.
Okay. So we were talking about this stat maybe last week, maybe the week before, but NAR did a poll, and like 80% of people that bought a house said they would use their realtor again, but only 15% do.
Right.
And the reason for that is lack of follow-up, right? So they love you when they remember you and know you, but a year later they just, somebody said, they go, honey, let's sell the house, and maybe some realtor sends them a postcard, or some realtor follows up with them or markets to them, and they're like, well, I guess we don't have to use Todd because, you know, we haven't talked to him in a year. Right. That's me. That's my fault.
Right. It's totally your fault. But how do you overcome that? So if that's you, and if you haven't talked to your client in the last year, let's just say the last year, because this just happened to me. So if you haven't talked to your client, and I'm not going to go down that road, but
no, we both aren't.
If this happened to you, and it does happen, but if you haven't talked to them, what is a way that you could talk to them? What's something you could do right now?
Call them.
Yeah.
Pick
up the phone.
Obviously, that's the obvious one, is to, or shoot them a text or call them and just ask how they're doing. And I know that feels like a huge phone, like a 100-pound phone, because
you're going to sigh before you do it.
We create stories in our head. I do that. They're mad at me, or they'll be like, why are you calling me now? I don't want to be salesy, you know, but it has to start somewhere. You know, if you never pick up the phone, then you're always going to have that obstacle. Another way is to, you know, me, I'm a systems guy. I need systems. I can talk about stuff all day long, but if I don't have a system, I won't implement. Right. And so a system is using your CRM. We have an amazing CRM at RE/MAX, and some other agents do too, called KV Core. And I've started playing around more with it. My brother and I are on a team, and we're starting to mess with it more, like literally putting people in there and creating a smart campaign, letting AI help us and algorithms help us to start touching those folks, because there's smart campaigns for past clients, right? Yes. They're not actively buying, but we want to just touch them every now and then, say hi, so that they do remember us. That's the softest way to do it. Yeah.
I like to do the birthday call.
Oh, that's cool.
So, because I love getting birthday cards in the mail instead of bills. So I know my clients want to get it too. So I will call if I haven't reached out, and it's my fault. Totally. It's on me. But I will reach out and just say, I'm just updating my system. I just wanted to make sure that I have your correct birthday, or you and your spouse's birthday, or your kid's birthday. Because for the kids, I send them a book club membership, and it's like a fun little process because I'm all about helping kids read and encouraging reading. So that's one thing that I do. And then you can put them into your KV Core system with their birthdays, and KV Core will actually, or any CRM, you should usually put out a birthday message too.
Right.
So that's one way.
So let's move on to, so we talked about Sphere. Let's move on to, we talked about past clients.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Sphere. These are people that I go to church with, that I'm in civic organizations with, that are on this, their parents, my kids' friends' parents, family, friends from high school, if I still live in the same area, you know what I mean? All those folks, right?
Yes.
So, how do we stay in touch with those people? Because they're not buyers or sellers right now, maybe, but they know people who might be, and they will be someday. So how do I start that relationship with them?
So I think there's several ways. Of course, you can call them. You have them in your phone. You should have them in your phone, more than likely. So you can call and text. And then, of course, you can also do pop buys to them as well. And so if you don't know what a pop buy is, which you should if you've been in real estate for a while, but if you don't,
we'll talk about it. Let's hold that.
Okay, let's hold that thought.
We're building to that. It feels to me like what we just talked about. We're going to build to this final conversation about a system that will help with all of that, right? Okay, so with people that we know that we call sphere of influence, there are people in our circle that we probably have their cell phone number. They're in our Sunday school class. They're in a Bible study, right? If not, we can get it, and then we can use that same CRM to get them into a smart campaign that does newsletters. That you get those newsletters from people. There are people, I'm in their database from 10 years ago when I stayed in a hotel or something.
Right.
And I get emails from them once a month, no matter what, it's not because they're great at what they do. It's because they stuck me in a CRM, and that CRM is still running. Right. And whatever, it doesn't matter. So that's how that works. It helps you. You don't have to remember every day to do all this. That's what systems are for. And CRMs, contact management software, is what helps you do that. It becomes your assistant.
It's top of mind.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So we talked about Sphere. We talked about past clients. Now let's talk about, I get a lead. So I'm a realtor. I get a lead through my Facebook marketing, through all the lead generation stuff we talked about last week. Yes. Now I've got somebody, and I need to stay in touch with them, because not all leads want to buy tomorrow. Some leads are, hey, September, I'll be there.
True.
Now, I can tell you, I will go ahead and admit, I will fall on this sword right now.
Oh no. What?
I don't know the number, but I promise you, in my 15 or so year career, I have had leads come before me that weren't ready right now. And I said, sure, man, I'll keep an eye on the market. I'll send you stuff. Let's text back and forth. And then I don't put them in a CRM, and I don't create a system to follow up with them regularly. Yeah. And then I run into them at HEB in 6 months, and they bought a house from somebody else. They're not mad at me. They just, I didn't stay in front of them. Right. And so what are some ways to do that?
Well, definitely use your...
We keep going back to the CRM.
We keep going to CRM, but yes. If you don't have a CRM, now is the time to start one. And if you have a CRM, but you're not using it, now is the time to start using it.
Right.
Because if you just have it all up here or in a book somewhere, you're just going to get lost, and it's more business is going to come, and then you're going to lose track of everything. So I guess the whole topic maybe today is use your CRM, because it will definitely help you. Whether it's KV Core, whether it's a Buffini CRM, whatever CRM.
Yeah. It could be constant contact. I mean, but what is great about the real estate industry now and the technology side of that is we are further advanced than ever with AI technology. Yes. That scary word. But what happens is with if you create a search through your CRM like KV Core, it's gonna help to tailor the listings that you're sending them to what they're really looking for. So you
did that last night, right?
I did. I'm so excited. Yes.
You did a rental.
I did a rental search in KV Core that they're not ready till September. They're friends of mine from church. As they start to look at stuff a little longer, the algorithm will guide the search to really what they're looking for. And they're going to think I'm just great.
So it's February and they're not buying until September, or they're not renting until September.
Yeah. So
you went ahead and started.
I went ahead and started because that's what he asked me to do. And I said, sure. And because he just wants to see the market out there.
Gotcha.
And so now I know I'm not going to forget them.
Right.
You know,
and in your database.
Right. They're in my database. And so they got a welcome email. They're going to get text messages. They're one of our agents in Houston. I'll brag on him, Kazi. He's been using KV Core for about 3 years. And one of the things he does is if he has somebody that's 6 months out, he'll put them in a smart campaign and create the search for them. And then he'll forget about it. But then maybe a few months later, they text him or call him and he can go look at all of the conversations they've had with him, but it was really just automated bot AI stuff that he can catch himself up on the whole conversation. That's how you manage 20 leads at one time, 30 leads at one time. So I love this technology and I'm a late adopter. You know me. I could have been doing this 3 years ago. But
you're doing it now.
That's right. Best time to plant a tree, 20 years ago. The second best time, today. Yes. So we talked about, I think that's good. We talked about current leads, we talked about Sphere, and we talked about past clients, which kind of becomes Sphere. So we need systems. That's the key. For me is, like James Clear, you're going to get tired of me saying this, and I'll try not to say it every week, but we don't rise to the level of our goals or hope. We fall to the level of our systems. So what system do you have in place? My brother has 300 people in his database or in a spreadsheet from people he sold houses to in the past. Mm-hmm. He's going to add about 5 a week to this smart CRM, right? And then so that's his system. Every Monday I'm going to do this, and that way you can check it off your list and get it done. Just to hope and wish is not what.
Another practice I do is so it's not so overwhelming as I call my clients every Wednesday. And so maybe that's something that you can time block also if you had a particular day of the week that was more available to you, that you weren't out visiting new homes or you weren't in a team training. And Wednesdays was just my day. And I just call all my clients on Wednesdays. I follow up, whether it be a text, whether it be a video, or whether it be an actual phone call. Okay. And they know that if I don't call, then I am going to have to give them money at the end of closing. I'm going to contribute to their closing.
What?
Yeah.
If I tell them that?
$100 if I miss a phone call.
Really?
Yeah, because a lot of my clients were afraid to use a realtor, or they used a realtor before and they didn't do the follow-up. And I was like, I'm going to make that promise to you that I'm going to follow up. And if I don't, I will contribute.
Interesting. Whatever works.
So I'm held liable to that.
That's awesome. So we've talked about, you briefly mentioned pop buys. We talked about that's going to be showing up and giving them a little item of value with your business card, sometimes showing up at their office. And some of our agents that use Buffini all the time can talk more about that. But pop buys, sending out thank you cards, just sending birthday cards, some sort of regular communication, shooting them a text, shooting them a video text, all those things are great for. And if you do it all the time, it's not salesy. It's just building a network of relationships. It's investing in people. And so then you can go into multiple levels of, okay, now I have 600 people in my database, but only 30 of them are my real people that love me and trust me and really want to send me referrals or to buy from me. So Buffini has a method. Brian Buffini, has a method of following up with those people more specifically, having client parties and all that. So that's a good segue. Mm-hmm. So February 19th, you have a new class starting.
I do, a Buffini class, and we have a king of Buffini in here with us in our live audience, also Henry.
Mr. Buffini.
Jojo, one of our agents, Julie Moore, Daisy. They are big Buffini believers as well, and they do the pop buy system too. But if you are online and if you are looking to join a Buffini class, we have 100 Days of Greatness starting February 19th. And our producer, Karen, will show you this quick video about our Buffini class.
I don't have volume.
And it is a great Buffini class. I'll just go ahead and narrate until the volume comes on. But they definitely say that you can close 7 deals with just choosing the 100 Days of Greatness. It is a 14-week program. We do it here every Monday, so you can Zoom in, and of course you can come in person to this training. It does work if you do the systems that he teaches you to do.
Yeah, Leah is what do you call it? A mentor?
Certified mentor.
Certified mentor for Buffini. That means that Buffini allows her to teach the class, to facilitate the class. So she has taught probably 5 or 6 of these classes, and this is an updated called New 100 Days of Greatness. Yes. Just the name, I love the name of that. 100 Days of Greatness. If you're just getting started, or if you just need a reboot and creates this, Buffini is all about systems. It's all about, if you just do this,
yes, you
will. And in fact, they're saying that you will have 7 contracts at the end of the 14 weeks if you show up every week. Yes. Now, another little bonus for our agents, if you're a member of Remax Go, then you pay whatever the fee is to join the class. And because that goes to Buffini, not to you. But you pay that fee to Buffini.
You get a nice box. You get all your stuff,
materials,
your marketing stuff,
access to the websites and all the
training book.
Right. Yes. And then once you're finished with that class, the first closing you have after that 14 weeks, right, Scott, our broker, will reimburse you for that
investment. Yeah. Investment. Because we believe in it that much.
It's basically a free class as soon as you close the deal, and you will.
Yeah. So if you're interested, reach out to us. You can let us know. Also, let us know if you are a Buffini student or have taken the class. Put it in the comments. I know that there are several who are online who have taken it before. And just leave a word of encouragement for other agents that maybe have not taken a Buffini class or haven't even heard of Buffini.
I remember the last time I took a Buffini class, it was here. And I think we did it every Wednesday morning or every Tuesday morning, something like that, and for 14 weeks. When I would leave here after that, I was on fire. I wanted to go take on the world. It gave me so much confidence. I used to say it was like Sunday school. It was like real estate Sunday school. I left there going, whoo, I can't wait to go call my database. I can't wait it helps you organize your database. It helps you create those systems that seem so insurmountable. It seems so far away, but they're easy to do if you like Scott says, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Yeah. It's easy to do it if you create systems for it. And Buffini is one of the best systems I've ever seen.
Yes, I agree 100%. I do want to meet him though.
I'm gonna stalk him. He's gonna be at R4, the Remax International Convention at the end of March. He's gonna be there again. He was there last year.
I didn't get to meet him last year.
I'm gonna find him.
Please.
I think
make it happen.
I want to shake his. I seriously have a crush on him. I want to, like a man crush thing. Okay. I want to just go. I know you're just the guy who puts one leg on for the other. You're a real dude. But I want to thank him for what he's done in my life, not just in real estate, but in all areas of my life. And I just think he's great.
I love that. We're getting emotional. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Moving on.
Anyway, so I want to go to an industry update, and then we'll finish with your culture update. So each week we're going to try to do new topics, a small industry update, and then a small fun culture update. What's going on out in the world? So the industry update is huge if you're in the San Antonio, Austin, Central Texas area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you have MLS through Sabor and your Supra key originates through Sabor, you used to not be able to open Austin boxes, Super boxes. I've been in that situation where an Austin agent had an Austin box in Wimberley, and I went to open a thing and I couldn't open it. I had to call a friend and get somebody to come bail me out.
That's a panic mode right there.
Yeah, you know that feeling of being at the front door, sweat rolling down.
The box is like
I thought he was a good realtor. He's not very good. He can't even open a door. You're like, oh. So right now it's called reciprocity. San Antonio and Austin can now be friends, and they let each other open their boxes. So Austin agents, you can now open doors in San Antonio for your clients. San Antonio agents, you can now open doors in Austin for your clients. That also applies San Antonio and Austin to Houston. So if you have somebody, if you're like some of our agents who used to live in Houston, they have geographical competence there, and they have a friend that says, hey, can you go show me a couple houses, or can you list my house? Now you can operate normally like you're in your own market. So that's just a huge deal for me and for any agent who is in that predicament.
Yeah.
If you have any questions about that, I know that sounds simple, but I've already had a couple phone calls since I announced it on Facebook. So if you have any questions about that, call me. I
do have a question right now. Is there a fee? Someone is asking if there's a fee.
Okay.
I think that's with your MLS, right?
Yeah, well,
we are not this member of MLS.
There's not a fee for SABOR members to use to open Austin doors. I believe there might be a fee for Austin to open Houston doors. If you're an Austin agent or a San Antonio agent, contact your MLS. Tanya Rogers, who's on staff with Remax Go, she is our MLS specialist.
Yes.
She's probably a better one to ask than me, but that's the tidbit of news that's pretty cool. Now go learn more about it, and I'll be learning more about it too. And if I can answer your question, I will. But I'm just excited about. I'll probably never open a door in Houston that I'm aware of, so it doesn't apply to me. But I know Artist Eveld, one of our agents, she has a couple listings every now and then. Tammy Gatewood, those guys. So anyway, it's one of those things. Autumn Henry. There's a lot of agents. So bottom line is, it's a less of a barrier for us to be able to service our clients better, and that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I love that. Helping everybody. So that's what is there. Do we have any?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, producer Karen, do we have any questions or comments that we need to bring up on the screen before we do our culture update? Sorry. We have some comments about Buffini. Let's see. Send emails on holiday, Valentine's. Oh, Valentine's is coming up.
That's a good idea. Oh, yeah.
Today was Groundhog
That'd be
Day.
A great pop by, right? That's the most obvious pop by. Bring a little box of chocolates or something and
little candies.
Like we used to do in school.
What are those candies called that have the little words
Sweethearts.
on them? Sweethearts. There you go. Yeah, and those are super cheap too. Do you even eat them?
Oh, I eat them. I have a sugar.
I do not like them,
problem,
but they're super cute.
If it's got sugar in it, I'll eat it. Autumn, thank you so much. Autumn's like, if you need something open in Houston and you don't know how to do it, call me. I'll help you. So she's great.
Buffini wants to see him at our fort.
Yeah, she's also going to help me stalk Buffini. Maybe Autumn, you and I can surround him and tackle him or something.
Okay, I'll take the picture. I'll do the video. Send a card on anniversary of home purchase. Yes, I like that.
Yeah, some lenders are really good at that. We might have lenders on here.
Peeps call my peeps.
I have certain lenders that will email me a week before my client has a birthday or my client has an anniversary or closing anniversary. It's like, hey, and that's just something that lenders are doing to service me at a high level so that I'll use them again, right? It's just the way it works.
I used to have an inspector. Every inspection he would make. They were so cute. Like he made it on his computer. I know he did, like before Canva. Yeah. And he would send mailing labels to me so that I could mail it to my clients.
Dang. See,
that was a pop by he made for me to give to my clients. It was so cool.
That's smart.
Let's see. My lender does that too. Reminds me of birthdays, and then I save them in my calendar. Yes, to reappear annually.
Here's another thing. Facebook has saved the day for many of us. And if you're Facebook friends with somebody, you know when their birthday is, right?
You know everything about them.
But it doesn't always pop up organically. But there is a thing on the side you can click on who has birthdays today or coming up.
Yes.
A lot of you have gotten a birthday video from me that's really funny, and it's usually a celebrity
singing
to you with your name. With your name, right? I found that during the pandemic, and I downloaded it. Came through American Greetings, and I tell you what, every once in a while somebody will say that is the most unique text I've ever gotten. And I try to do that, so it's made me kind of known for that. Well, what is that? That's follow-up. That's touching my database. It's touching my sphere in a way that they remember me. And so I mean, and that's not the only way. There's YouTube ones too. You can go to YouTube for free, and I got one this year. It was kind of weird, but from my pastor, he sent me this funny thing on YouTube. What? It was a YouTube link, but it had my name. Oh, it was just a weird.
You just Googled.
It was just a
Todd birthday.
I think you Google birthday messages to send to your friends or something like that. You find it on YouTube, and then it'll ask you the name, and you put the name in. I don't know how it works. I haven't researched it, but
okay, do that and go send it to your clients.
People love to hear their own name, right?
Yeah,
right, Leah.
I do.
You're supposed to say, I do, Todd.
I do, Todd. I didn't want to give you that. Yeah.
But, if you send somebody a birthday text that says happy birthday, that's one thing. But if it's like, it knows that I get people that are like, how'd you do that? That's crazy. That's magic. Where'd you get that? And it's really simple. It's just a program, like an app. Yeah. And so I think that's a great way to start. Maybe make a list on a spreadsheet or put in your database, or just check Facebook every day. Make a task. It takes you 5 minutes to take a task, make a task to check Facebook for birthdays, send those 3 birthdays out.
Yeah.
And who knows, that person be like, oh, that's sweet. Because, we all get 300 or 200 or 500 Facebook mentions.
500. Did you get 500?
I have a large fear.
Wow.
But a lot of people texting on, not texting me, but
Facebook.
Well, but I send out a lot of birthday stuff.
I'm gonna go back and look and see if we got 500.
All right.
I think I got 200.
I'm not trying to compete.
Okay, we're realtors.
I know,
okay.
Right? But the point is, maybe that's a result because I send so many.
Maybe he had the follow up.
But I'll tell you what. Let's say
You're
I got
popular. She said.
Popular. Say I got 500 or whatever.
Yeah.
Just mentions or likes on Facebook for my birthday.
Okay.
But I got about 20 texts.
Right.
It takes more to do a text, right? So
it does. Yeah.
It's not as much as a phone call, but it's more than a Facebook mention.
Right.
So those, I'm not gonna say they meant more, but they might.
They might have.
I'm not gonna say whether they meant more or not. But I'm telling you that the ones I got that were somebody took time out of their day to go, hey Todd, thinking about you today. Happy birthday. Hope it's great.
Or send you the video of Donnie Osmond singing to me.
Donnie, yes.
So, okay.
That's all I'm saying is that's one way to do it.
For sure.
For sure. So now we'll end our show today, episode 5 of Go Time, with your idea of a weekly culture update.
Culture update.
So it's February 2nd of 2024.
Groundhog's Day. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's Groundhog Day.
February coming into spring.
February 11th is a Sunday.
It is.
A week from this Sunday. And it's kind of a big day in our country.
It's a big day for me.
What's going on February? Oh, for you?
Personally.
Why? Why is it? What's going on that day?
Hold on. Because the Chiefs and the 49ers are going to the Super Bowl.
All right. And so you're a Chiefs fan?
I am totally a Chiefs
That's
fan.
Weird. I've known you for like 7 or 8 years, and I never really knew you were a football
this year.
fan. Oh,
it happened this year.
Really? So the Chiefs played so well, or are you like?
Yeah, no, actually they did. Travis Kelce had an amazing game this last.
Travis Kelce.
I think he got 3 of those passes. Yes, Usher is also playing at the Super Bowl.
Oh, he's the halftime guy, right?
Him, Reba, and someone else. There's one other person, but I don't remember.
I would like to see Usher do Reba songs. And then
I
Reba
don't want to see that.
Usher's.
I do not want to see that. I don't even know how they're going to work that in. Really?
I don't either.
Like maybe it's like a country. I don't know.
Because she's on American Idol or one of those now, or Sing Off, or what is
The Voice?
The Voice.
She's on The Voice.
So she's got
Yes. But yes.
Okay, let's just say it.
Chiefs are going to win.
Chiefs are going to win for you?
That's who I'm voting for. So we want to see who you're voting for.
Taylor Swift.
I am a 92%er. Yes. I do listen to the New Heights podcast. So Karma is the guy on the Chiefs.
Okay,
yes,
I'm
sure.
I'm totally okay with all this. Neither one of those are my teams. But
okay, well, who do you pick?
I'm going to pick the 49ers.
Okay. So we will see who's going to.
And I'm not a 49ers fan because they beat my Cowboys all the time.
Do you like Chiefs because of Taylor Swift?
Oh.
Good question. I have.
You don't have to answer that.
No, I will answer that. Yes. That is a yes all the way.
Because they were in the Super Bowl last year. In fact, they won.
I did watch that Super Bowl. It was against the brothers. Yes.
Oh, yeah. It was the Kelce Bowl.
But I didn't really understand football too much. Actually, you helped me understand football with high school football.
My pleasure.
He was coaching me on that because my daughter is not in football, but she's a dancer and she's a captain of the team. And so we were in playoffs. And I didn't know what any of that meant.
I showed her how it worked. So
he showed me brackets.
My pleasure. That's fun because
I love it. I'm talking
you're
football.
Becoming a football person.
So now I learned a lot about pro ball with, is it called pro ball? Football?
Pro football.
With their podcast. So it's teaching me some stuff.
That's great. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
I happened to stumble upon a video last night that I want to bring up.
Okay.
So it was kind of tongue in cheek, but kind of serious too. It was 3 ladies who are big 92%ers is what y'all called the Taylor Swift fans.
Okay. Taylor Swift fans.
And it was a guy, and he was doing a PowerPoint presentation in the living room because she is going to Tokyo to do 3 concerts in a row.
Yes, she is.
And it's I know. And it's like the 8th, 9th, and 10th. And so the math is Her last show ends about 11 or 12 o'clock, midnight on the 10th, and we are, I guess, 17 hours different than them. And so
will she make it?
Will she make it? Because the game starts at 6 or 7 p.m. Mountain Time in Vegas, and she's got to fly even private and go through customs. Will she get to the game?
We don't know.
There may be, like, you know how Santa Claus, they can track Santa on like the Doppler.
We could have a Taylor tracker.
We could have a Taylor tracker.
We should have a Taylor tracker.
Is she going to make it? Or is she just going to show up at the post game or something, you know?
When they win, like on the field?
Like come running out like I just got here from the airport.
Yeah, probably. We don't know. But anyways, we want to know your thoughts on who is going to win the Super Bowl. 49ers. Oh, go Chiefs. Mahomes. Yeah, I like him.
He grew up in Texas and played high school Texas football and played at Texas Tech. Right. So there's a local connection here for that.
And he's been in the playoffs, I think, all 6 of his years. Yeah.
This was the first time he had an away game for an AFC championship.
I know.
And that is astounding. That means their record was so good that they got to play at home every time, and they still won.
True.
So maybe
you could do so to tie this into real estate, because we're kind of getting off track. But maybe you could do a pop by of something for Super Bowl for your clients. You could go and visit them before the Super Bowl game. And right now, Girl Scout cookies are the thing. So go take a bunch of Girl Scout cookies to your client's house.
Or send recipes.
Or Girl Scout cookies. Okay. Support the local troops.
We have one more show before the Super Bowl, right?
We do.
We're probably not allowed to say Super Bowl. We're not monetized, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's copyrighted. So the big game.
The big game.
You'll notice that on all the commercials. If they're not paying, they're not allowed to say it, right?
Okay.
But next week we have another show before we get to the 11th. So let's save a little bit for that, and let's talk more about good lead generation ideas during the Super Bowl, because there are some.
There are some great ones.
Okay, well, that was great. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
You're awesome.
Fun. You're awesome.
And I hope you guys got something out of this. Go back and watch it, especially the first part again, because that's where the important stuff is, which is how to follow up with your database. If that just, that's the tip of the iceberg, and there's so much underneath that, but get started, do something, progress, get better every day, do a little bit. If you have questions about KV Core, contact Leah Buffini, contact Leah. General questions, contact me. I'll definitely guide you in the right direction. We want everybody to have fun, sell houses, keep our focus, because this is going to be an amazing year.
It is. All right, guys, we will see y'all next week. Bye.
Bye.